Hare Krishna. Dandit Pranam everyone. So today let us begin with the second chapter of this beautiful book by Srila Prabhupada, Easy Journey to Other Planets. The name of the chapter 2 is Varieties of Planetary Systems. So let's continue. So today we shall be reading from page number 56 to page number 61. Varieties of Planetary System, Chapter 2. In these days, when men are trying to go to the moon, people should not think that Krishna consciousness is concerned with something old-fashioned. When the world is progressing to reach the moon, we are chanting Hare Krishna. But people should not misunderstand that assume that we are lagging behind modern scientific advancement. We have already passed all scientific advancement. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that man's attempt to reach higher planets is not new. Newspaper headlines read, "Men's first steps on the moon." But the reporter do not know that millions and millions of men went there and came back. This is not the first time. This is an ancient practice. In Bhagavad Gita, 8 chapter 16 verse, it is clearly stated, Abrahma bhuvanal lokaha punar avrituno Arjuna. My dear Arjuna, even if you go to the highest planetary system, which is called Brahmaloka, you will have to come back. Therefore, interplanetary travel is not new. It is known to the Krishna conscious devotees. Since we are Krishna conscious, we take what Krishna says to be the absolute truth. According to Vedic literature, there are many planetary systems. The planetary system in which we are living is called Bhuloka. Above this planetary system is Bhuvarloka. Above that is Swarloka. The moon belongs to the Swarloka planetary system. Above Swarloka is Maharloka. Above that is Janaloka, and above that is Satyaloka. Similarly, there are lower planetary systems. Thus, there are 14 statuses or planetary systems within this universe, and the Sun is the chief planet. The Sun is described in the Brahma Samhita. Yashakshur esha savita sakala grahanam Raja samasta suramurtir ashesha teja Yasyajnaya brahmati samprata kala chakro Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, Krishna, the primeval Lord, by whose order the sun assumes immense power and heat and traverses its orbit. The sun, which is the chief among all planetary systems, is the eye of the Supreme Lord. Actually, without the sun, we cannot see. We may be very proud of our eyes, but we cannot even see our next door neighbor. People challenge, "Can you show me God?" But what can they say? What is the value of their eyes? God is not cheap. We cannot see anything. Not to speak of God. Without sunshine. Without sunlight, we are blind. At night, we cannot see anything. And therefore, we use electricity because the sun is not present. There is not only one sun in the cosmic manifestation. There are millions and trillions of suns. That is also stated in Brahma Samhita. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadandakoti Kotishva ashesha vasudhadi vibhuti bhinam Tad brahma nishkalam ananta ashesha bhutam Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. The spiritual bodily effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is called the Brahma Jyoti. And in that Brahma Jyoti, there are countless planets. Just as within the sunshine there are innumerable planets, in the shining effulgence of the body of Krishna, there are innumerable planets and universes. We have knowledge of many universes, and in each universe there is a sun. Thus, there are millions and billions of universes and millions and billions of suns and moons and planets. But Krishna says that if one tries to go to one of these planets, he will simply waste his time. Now, someone has gone to the moon. But what will human society gain from it? If, after spending so much money, so much energy, and 10 years of effort, one goes to the moon and simply touches it, what is the benefit of that? Can one remain there and call his friends to come? And even if one goes there and remains, what will be the benefit? As long as we are in this material world, either on this planet or other planets, the same miseries, birth, death, old age, and disease will follow us. We cannot rid ourselves of them. If we go to live on the moon, assuming it is possible, even with an oxygen mask, how long could we stay? Furthermore, even if we had the opportunities to stay there, what would we gain? We might gain a little longer life perhaps, but we could not live there forever. That is impossible. And what would we gain by a longer life? Tarava kimna chivanti. Are not the trees living for many, many years? Near San Francisco, I have seen a forest where there is a tree 7,000 years old. But what is the benefit? If one is proud of standing in one place for 7,000 years, that is not a very great credit. How one goes to the moon, how he comes back, etc., is a great story. And this is all described in the Vedic literature. It is not a very new process. But the aim of our Krishna consciousness society is different. We are not going to waste our valuable time. Krishna says, don't waste your time attempting to go to this planet or that planet. What will you gain? Your material miseries will follow you wherever you go. Therefore, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, it is very nicely said by the author. Keha pape keha punne kare vishaya bhoga bhakati gandha nahi yate yaya bhava roga. In this material world, someone is enjoying and someone is not enjoying. But actually, everyone is suffering. Although some people think that they are enjoying, whereas others realize that they are suffering. Actually, everyone is suffering. Who in this material world does not suffer disease? Who does not suffer from old age? Who does not die? No one wants to grow old or suffer from disease, but everyone must do so. Where then is the enjoyment? This enjoyment is all nonsense because within this material world there is no enjoyment. It is simply our imagination. One should not think this is enjoyment and this is suffering. Everything is suffering. Therefore, it is stated in this Chaitanya Charitamrita, the principles of eating, sleeping, mating and defending will always exist, but they will exist in different standards. For example, the Americans have taken birth in America as a result of pious activities performed in previous lifetimes. In India, the people are poverty-stricken and are suffering. But although the Americans are eating very nicely buttered bread and the Indians are eating without butter, they are both eating nevertheless. The fact that India is poverty-stricken has not caused the whole population to die for want of food. The four principal bodily demands, eating, sleeping, mating and defending, can be satisfied under any circumstances, whether one is born in an impious condition or in a pious condition. The problem, however, is how to become free from the four principles of birth, death, old age and disease. This is the real problem. It is not, what shall I eat? The birds and beasts have no such problem. In the morning, they are immediately chirping. Gee, 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 gee. They know that they will have their food. No one is dying, and there is no such thing as overpopulation, because everyone is provided for by God's arrangement. There are qualitative differences, but obtaining a superior quality of material enjoyment is not the end of life. The real problem is how to get free of birth, death, old age, and disease. This cannot be solved by simply wasting time traveling within this universe. Even if one goes to the highest planet, this problem cannot be solved, for there is death everywhere. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for this amazing, amazing book. So let's continue tomorrow. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.